can see some of y'all in the chat already, so welcome if you're new around here and you stick around. Maybe you'll like what you see because we have tonight. I'm coming to you from North Central Florida. Really? All right, so the audio sounds like it works. If you can see me and hear me, go ahead and let me know in the chat just so we can double check that everything is working on y'all's end. Great. We are this is like the last call, all aboard the 7th edition Bag Club train, because after tonight at midnight, it's a wrap. You're not going to hear me talk about this club no more, but I do want to give everybody a chance. I know not everybody gets my emails. Not everybody follows me on Facebook or Instagram. So if you're catching me on Facebook now on a Friday night or on YouTube, this is like your last chance to learn about the Bag Club and try and get in before midnight tonight. We have a counter on the product page for signing up for the club, and when that timer runs out, it's a wrap. So the way that I've been doing my clubs in the past couple years is that once the sign up period ends, which for this club is tonight at midnight, today's Friday, May 7th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time, my time, the page will disappear. You won't be able to sign up anymore, and nobody will ever be able to sign up for this club. Now, you will be able to sign up for the classes individually, all the 5 separate bags, and I'll go through everything again just to let you all know, what all you get in the club, what the bags look like, what we're going to be working on, and all that, so that if you maybe only like one of the bags and you don't feel like you can justify the cost of joining the club, then you can just wait it out. And then when the club session, which is about 7 to 8 weeks, is over, then we will list the individual bag courses for sale independently, right? One at a time on our website. It'll obviously be at a more expensive price. There won't be any live chats to go along with it. You won't have the live Zoom sessions. You won't have live Q&A sessions with me, but you still will have that option to sign up for the video course if that's what you prefer. Now, if you do want to get in on the club, which it's just what it sounds like, a community of bag makers. And when I say bag makers, you don't have to have made bags already. What I recommend that you have for this bag club, this is at the base, right? If you're thinking about joining but you're not sure, here's what I recommend you have. One, that you be what I would call a confident beginner sewist, meaning if you know how to turn on your sewing machine, if you can thread it, you can wind a bobbin, if you know that you have to put the presser foot lever down before you start sewing, like just the general basics of working a sewing machine, and you can sew straight following some type of a guide, right? Meaning if a project tells you the seam allowance is 1/2 of an inch, you'll know how to line it up on your machine so that you can sew with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. If it says 1 inch, if I tell you top stitch 1/8 of an inch away from the edge, that you can do that kind of basic stuff. So a confident beginner sewist that knows their way around the sewing machine. If you have a basic, you do not have to have an industrial sewing machine. You just need a basic home sewing machine that can do straight stitch. That's the only capability that you need, straight stitch, and that it has a zipper foot attachment so that you can install zippers, because 1, 2, 3 of the handbags have some type of a zipper in it, okay? So that's what you need. Basic, confident beginner sewing skills, a home sewing machine that can sew straight and has a zipper foot. So that's the basics, right? And assuming you have some basic sewing supplies. The rest, I give you supply checklists. If there are specific interfacings and hardware, we are selling them as a supply kit box. Some of the things, I know people don't need everything in the box, so we are also separating some of our inventory out so that we can sell just some smaller bits as we have extras of those. So that will work, okay? Nancy says, I'm a confident beginner. Now I know. Awesome. Yeah, because I like to say confident beginner. A lot of times I would get students that would take my classes and they would say, oh, is this okay for beginners? And then they start sewing. Oh, I hear something sliding. There went a piece of cork. It just slid off. It's the fabric. I was like, what is that noise? Just fabric sliding off the edge of a box. Okay, so I was saying some people would sign up for my classes and they would say, well, I need the basic beginner. But then they would like show up with a handbag that they had and I'd be like, oh, that bag is so cute. And they say, yeah, I made it. I'm like, okay, if you made that bag, you're not a beginner. So I feel like sometimes people will kind of downplay their skill level. So that's what I like to call it, a confident beginner. If I don't have to tell you, don't forget to put the presser foot down, right? And you know how to wind a bobbin, change out the thread, all that stuff. You're a confident beginner, what I would consider a confident beginner. Okay, awesome. June says she's so excited she signed up. Go ahead and let me know. If you have already paid and signed up, you're registered for our bag club, let me know in the chat box below. I find that that also helps some newbies that may be on the fence because they're thinking, I've never bought anything from her before. I don't know if this is legit. And so when you see a ton of people say, oh, this is my 7th club I've been doing with her, I sign up for all her classes. Hopefully that helps you with a little bit of social proof on that end. All right. Okay. Oh, awesome. Yolanda says she got her supply box earlier. Now, if you're in the club already, the boxes are already, we sold out super quick. So they're set to back order. We're just waiting on a couple of materials that go in the box, and then we're going to be cranking them out and shipping them out next week. So don't hesitate to order it just because it says back order. It's not going to take weeks and weeks. We have almost everything on hand to restock. And so as soon as we get those couple pieces that we're waiting for, we'll start shipping them out. Okay, so the bag club. This is my 7th edition bag club. I do quilt clubs, bag clubs, wallet clubs, organizer clubs. I've done a ton of stuff in the past years. So in this one, we're going to be tackling 5 different bag projects. They're all pretty simple, and in terms of bag making, they don't require that much, right? Like you don't need to have a rivet press and all types of hardware and fancy zippers. It's going to be kind of basic stuff that I think you're still going to be able to gather a bunch of tips and tricks and learn some new skills. So we'll go through the bags real quick. Bag number 1, and this one actually the first video lessons, all the videos on how to make this bag go live Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, May 12th. We have an entire printable club calendar for the months of May and June that once you pay and register, you'll see the login link. You log in, you can print out your club calendar. That way you know when every single video lesson is going to be posted, when my live question and answer live chats will be posted, and when our Zoom chats. So this is a new kind of community building element that we've added to this bag club where we're going to go live on Zoom. So if you want to, you don't have to. I know not everybody loves the camera like I do, but you will be able to turn on your camera and chat with hundreds of other online sewing friends, share your fabric choices, your progress, and stuff like that. So we're going to have one live Zoom for each bag. And I think that's going to be kind of a cool element to add, and that way you can meet your bag club member friends, okay? Okay, so this is the bag, super simple. You can see we have fabric handle straps, okay? The outside, cute little size. And I did a post already where I put all the measurements of all the bags, so you can check that out on my Facebook page. But the inside has this drawstring, so it stays protected. And you can use it to put stuff that needs higher height temporarily. Say you eat your lunch and then you no longer need the height with a big thermos or something, and then you can just tuck it back in, right? But drawstring closure, nice and big, open. There are no raw edges on the inside. I just have some yarn in there. But that's the first one. That's the Hoya drawstring bag. Super cute. Tuck that in there. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is the Herrera Crossbody Bag. And this, it's funny because it's like little and cutesy, and if you see it, you might think, oh, that must be for a kid, but it's really not. If you are looking for just a quick bag that you can throw over your shoulder and just put your phone, your wallet, and a couple things, super cute. It has an adjustable crossbody strap. We're going to be using webbing for this, super easy. Also has an invisible magnetic snap here so that it shuts close, and then it's accordion style. So we don't have any zippers or fancy hardware, but we do have 3 separate partitions in here. So again, a really cool accordion style construction technique that I'll be teaching you how to do in this class. And for those of you that may be more advanced and you're like, I need all the zippered pockets, I mean, you can add a zippered pocket back here, right? You can add a zippered pocket on the inside. So I started off with kind of more like a blank slate, because I know for people who are new to bag making, or even if you have some experience making bags, but you're looking to learn maybe a few new skills per bag, it can be super overwhelming when you're making like a little bag and it has like 17 different pockets. If you know what I'm talking about, you know that a simple bag, it might look simple, but it might take you 12 hours to make, because it's not that it's difficult, it's just so many different parts. And I did not want to have that added level of complexity with this bag club, okay? So 3 accordion style partitions in here. I even put this big iPad with the case in it. So it's cute, but it packs a punch, okay? And it does, it looks cute even if you put it over your shoulder, just one, or crossbody. And I think it can be for an adult or for a, you know, a tween. My daughter's 9 and she looks super cute wearing this. So I'm just saying. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is my Vega project bag. So here I'm going to show you one that doesn't have much in it. Okay, so fabric handles again, but if you have leather, you want to use cork, you can always do that, because again, I was saying we're starting off kind of with a blank slate. I'm teaching you different construction techniques. This one has some quilting elements, so we'll be quilting through the exterior layer. okay? And then, and you don't need to know how to do free motion or anything fancy. Don't worry. If you have a basic sewing machine, you can do this. We're gonna do some binding to finish off the edges, but it also has a cool construction technique with the sides. And then on the inside, you have two zippered mesh pockets, okay? So this could be a handbag, but I like to use it as a project bag, meaning cross stitch, hand embroidery, knitting. You can fit your pattern inside the side pocket. On this one here, I have a cross stitch project. You can see two little embroidery hoops in here, and then an embroidery project, a little notions pouch. And then of course, even after you use up the two mesh pockets, you have this whole center section here. So I'll show you my other one of that. It's packed. I'm working on a little love letter cardie with knit collage. So, I mean, look at these balls of yarn. They're huge. That's the one I'm working on. I have two other huge balls of yarn here. Then it comes also with this fabric kind of yarn. My little notions pouch. I took everything out of the middle, and you can see that I still have my two zippered mesh pockets on the side. So great little kind of organizer project bag. This would be cute to even leave like next to your recliner if you knit at night while you watch TV or you work on some hand stitching, English paper piecing. I mean, you can fit so many different little cute hand projects there and just set it down somewhere or take it on a road trip. This is one of my favorites of the five, for sure. Rebecca says, I think the Zoom is a great addition. I can't wait to see everyone face to face. Since this is going to be the first time that we add that Zoom element, it's going to be quite interesting, I think. I think it's going to depend. If like 500 people want to chat, it's going to be interesting. But say like 50 want to chat and everybody wants to sit back and listen and work on their projects, that could be cool too. But we're going to do some other little things that I have in mind to kind of separate people out into smaller groups so you don't feel just lost in a sea of bag makers on Zoom. Okay. Margie says, I think this bag is my fave. Yes, girl. Super cute. All right. Let's see. Oh, Lindy says she's already planning on making that one for her crocheting buddy. That sounds amazing. All right. Christina says, I love all the bags. Well, thank you, Christina. That was 1, 2, 3. Number 4, the Pellegrina tote. So cute. And this one is so basic, but so many people love the shape of it. Isn't it cute? Has more of a rounded shape, super simple. There's no closure. There's one little zippered pocket here, just because it is kind of a big tote, and if you don't want to throw everything to the bottom, you have one little zippered pocket that you can put your keys or something that you want to stay a little bit higher up on the bag. But really cute. We're going to learn how to make bias binding with this one. And this is probably one of the simpler ones, but it has a great construction technique also. I think it's super cute. Like if you're looking for teacher's gifts to make for the end of the year and stuff like that. So cute. Okay, so that's 4. And then number 5 is the Bosco bag. I love a good just like small to medium, throw my stuff in it, quick and grab bag. Not like the huge ones that I used to have to carry when my kids were younger, but like this one. This is like an everyday purse for me. I have leather straps on it, super simple. Of course, if you're more advanced, you can put pockets in the back or whatever. We just kept it simple because it has 2 zippered pockets already. One in the front, and this is mesh, but you can also make it out of a clear vinyl, right? But a cute mesh pocket right there. And then the main zippered compartment, which is just the top one. And you can hang like cute little zipper pulls and stuff like that to just add a little bling to it. But then it's just like one big thing. And again, if you're like me and travel with my iPad, this fits in there. If you take a book, I mean, you can fit a lot. Like they look little, but you can pack a ton of stuff in here, snacks and all. And I usually have a really chunky wallet. I don't have my regular purse here, but I have a really thick wallet and I can put that in there and still keep adding stuff. So super simple, but really cute. And again, they're quick, easy gifts, right? Now, some people ask me, well, how long is it going to take me to make these bags? A lot of the prep work, like just fusing the interfacing to the fabrics and all that kind of stuff, and I'll definitely talk about this in the video lessons like I always do, is that I recommend like one day you cut out all the stuff. Then another day you start to sew it. Because if you try to cram everything together, even on a quick project, you're more likely to make mistakes, to make a wrong cut. Then you start sewing and you're like, oh no, I cut this wrong. So just if you separate it and break it out, you'll kind of tackle the projects into smaller bite-sized pieces, and I think it'll make for just an overall smoother sewing experience while you make these. Okay. Deb is asking about the email that was sent for bag supplies to order. I did send it out today. Make sure to check your spam or junk folder, Deb. And if you still don't have it, email me directly, and that way I can look in our email system and see what's going on to see why you didn't get it. But I pulled the whole list of everybody who had signed up for the bag club, and I emailed y'all. If you just joined today, though, maybe you didn't get it because I sent it out earlier in the day, and I know more and more people have been signing up today because it is the last day, y'all. We have a timer going on the website, on the page, and when that countdown timer runs out, it's a wrap, okay? All right, let's see. Okay, now another thing that we did, so those are the 5 bags. There's gonna be over 30 video lessons breaking down every single project into multiples. It's not like one video for one bag. There is no way. My videos, like even on a simple bag, you're gonna get, 7 to 12 videos because I go through every single step, from going over the supplies to picking out the fabrics to cutting them to the size, how to fuse the interfacing, and then every single step, especially when we're doing different little techniques on making and attaching the binding, marking so that you know where each thing needs to be clipped and sewn into place. I cover every single detail, and I think those of you that have signed up for my courses in the past can vouch for me. Let me know in the comments below if I really do cover every single detail in my video lessons, because I definitely try to. All right. Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about the price. So 5 bags, all the video lessons, 5 live Q&A sessions where you ask me questions directly about the bag projects, 5 live Zoom chats so we can chat with everybody else. So there's going to be 10 live sessions total, right? Q&A and 5 Zoom, 5 Q&A, 5 Zoom. All the video lessons for all the content. You get printable supplemental PDF instructions for each project. I always do that because, after you make a project once, you don't necessarily want to go back and watch all those videos again. You might just need a quickie printable PDF that you can reference, and then it helps trigger your memory like, oh yeah, that comes next. And that way you can do it, when you want to make the bags again, weeks or months down the line. You get unlimited access to all the video lessons. Once you're in the club, you have access to all the videos forever, including the live sessions. All the live sessions are recorded for later viewing, meaning if you are in a different time zone than I am, I'm on the East Coast, but if you're in a different time zone and you can't make it live because you work or it's the middle of the night where you live, they're all recorded so you can watch it after, okay? And then boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that's all the stuff that you get. It's $97 to sign up right now until tonight at midnight once it expires. For those of you that need to break it up for the first time, we offered a payment plan. Because it's only a 7-week club, we couldn't really do like a bunch of different payments. So what we did, we were able to break it up into 2 payments. So it's 2 $52 payments, I think. And that just adds a few extra bucks on there to cover the processing fees for taking 2 transactions, with the PayPal and the Stripe, all that businessy stuff. So, but that is an option. So if you do want to get in tonight and you can't afford the 97 bucks, but you can pay the 52, then you can get in and you'll get access to everything. Okay. So that is that. The 5 bags, all the videos, the live chats. Okay. So one other thing that we started doing that, I think, since my first club, is that we do giveaways that are exclusive to the club members. Okay. And so at the end, the way that we're doing it is like, as we tackle the different bag projects, people will submit to me their pictures of their bags as they're completing them. And then at the end, we pick random winners that have submitted pictures throughout the whole club session. And we usually give away these club boxes, like goodie boxes with sewing supplies and fabric and like cool stuff in it. So it's like just a mishmash of a bunch of cool supplies that if you sew, you can definitely use. But I have one last thing to show y'all, and then I'll see if I have any questions here. What we did for this bag club too is that I'm literally taking this to like a whole nother level because we are going to do a grand prize giveaway this time. Again, exclusive to the bag club members. And this will be from people in the club that submit images of their finished bags. There's going to be one grand prize winner. Let me show you. You want to see the prize? Hold on. Okay, so here is the grand prize for this this bag club. I was like, how do I put it on the table? Because I don't want to pick it up and have it fall. But I'm going to be giving away a Juki DX7. Okay, if you look up on Amazon right now, this machine costs $1,400. And I'm going to ship this machine. And there is a machine. It's not an empty box. Ugh. There's definitely a brand new machine in here. It has never been opened. It is a Juki DX7, an amazing sewing machine. I've had mine for years. Y'all know I recently upgraded. You can't even see it. Recently upgraded to the Juki NX7. But if you've come to any of my retreats or you were on our quilting cruise last year, you know that the Juki DX5 and DX7 are amazing machines. So this is the higher level up, the DX7. So one of you Bag Club members, so exciting, is going to win this Juki DX7 at the end of the Bag Club session. So I mean, if for nothing else, if you didn't even want to make the bags, the fact that you'll have a chance just as being part of a bag club to win a $1,400 sewing machine, I think that's pretty legit. So Juki DX7, I love it. I love giving stuff away. Y'all know me from my clubs. I get like super excited. I think, what was the sewing machine that I gave away in the first club? I think it was like a $300 or $400 sewing machine. I mean, it was still a sewing machine. But this baby right here, y'all know I love my Jukis, and a DX7 is like, you probably won't need another sewing machine in your lifetime, okay? So those of you that are already in, grab your calendar, grab your supplies, and get ready to participate, because for every bag that you make in the club, you're basically going to get an entry in. And so then at the end, we'll randomly pick one club member to win the grand prize. And then we'll have multiples of the other goodie boxes that we usually give away anyways. And so Susie says the marketing queen does it again. Girl, I literally was like, a sewing machine. A Juki DX7 would be amazing to give away. So yes, y'all, brand spanking new, okay? Shout out to my people at So Many Things. Y'all know I buy all my Jukis from them in Mount Dora. Okay. Okay, so let me see. If you have any last minute club questions, let me know right now. But I think that's it. I've gone over all the bags, everything that y'all get, the giveaways, the pricing, the payment plan, and the last minute reminder that tonight at midnight, it's a wrap. This is your last chance to get in on the bag club. If you want to get in, text your friends, share this on Facebook, share it on YouTube. If you have friends that, you know, they're into making bags, tell them, hey, join this bag club, and the big giveaway prize is this Juki. I will pay for shipping wherever you live, whoever the winner is, and we will get this baby to you. Whoever ends up winning, that's going to be so exciting to like announce the winners of all the giveaways live in the chat with the club members. I love doing that in the Clammy Club, so that was super fun. Okay. Jane is asking where she can buy the leather bag straps. So Jane, stick around for an email. I'm inventorying the straps that I got in. I was able to source some of those out, and I'm going to be sending an email to all the bag club members, letting you know what I have in stock, you know, and the cost and the different colors that I ended up getting, so that you can get them from us. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's good. Lisa says, will we get our supply pack in time for the first class? Some of you will, some of you probably won't, and some of you will get it right around there. It just depends on where you got in on the ordering process. The majority of the ones that were placed already today will probably go out by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for sure. And then, you know, as people are ordering them on their back ordered, as we continue to receive the materials that need to go in the kit boxes, then those will get shipped out in order. But anytime you order anything off of our website, as soon as a shipping label is printed out, like your order is going out that day, you instantly get an email notification with the tracking. So that way, you know, just keep an eye on your email if you ordered supplies, so you can keep an eye on exactly when it's going to get to you. Okay. All right. Awesome. Eva says, I click on confirm twice so I can make sure I joined, but I haven't seen an invite to order the material kits. I'm a little worried I'm not in. So if you got an email confirmation either from PayPal or from our website, you should have gotten the receipt showing that the payment went through. Now, if you have any questions, you can email our customer service team. The email is bea@craftygemini.com. This always happens. We get a lot of last minute emails. The cutoff is still midnight, but email us as soon as you can. If you're like, oh, I thought I paid, but it doesn't show up on my PayPal, whatever it is, email us and we will get you sorted out. We always do. Again, the email address for customer service, anything, is bea@craftygemini.com. I always remind my students and followers of this. Please do not try and reach out to us about some customer service issue on social media. There's no way that my team and I can see every single post, and I would hate for something to just disappear into the internet land without somebody on our team actually, you know, addressing the situation. So the way to reach us is bea craftygemini.com. That is the way that you want to get a hold of us, okay, for any issues. All right. Amy says, so if we only buy one bag, do we always have access to that one bag class forever? Yes. So you're talking about after the club is over, if you buy a bag course, or if you go right now, I have over 65 video courses that you can purchase on my website for different bags, wallets, organizers. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. So if you buy a bag course from me, yes, you get unlimited forever access to anything that you buy on my site that's video digital content. Any of my courses, any of my clubs, flash sales, all that stuff. So yes, that is the answer to that. Thank you, Janice. She says she has great customer service. We tried. Thank you so, so much. All right. Nancy, she said, did I miss what's included in the supply box? In the email, we sent out the link, and there is the product description page that lists, and I have images also of everything that was included. So check that out. Again, if you didn't get the email, email me, and I can look and see, because this is what happens sometimes. If you're in my list for a Bag Club member, like you're on my Bag Club member list, but you have ever unsubscribed from any of my email newsletters, it will suppress your email from the Bag Club member list even though you're on it, because you manually said, oh, I'm tired of these emails or whatever, or marked it as spam. It will pull you. So if that happens, then I need to re-add you and get you situated in the system. And that tends to happen with like a handful of people sometimes. So again, if you didn't get that email, check your spam or junk folder first, and then after that, email me so we can, dig a little deeper and see what's going on. Okay. All right. Thank you to everybody who signed up. If you haven't signed up yet, how many hours they got left? The countdown timer is ticking on the website tonight at midnight. How much? 4.5 hours left. You see the countdown timer. It's ticking down. When that's over, it's over. Okay? So this is like a one-time club. Whoever's in is in. And if you're out, you're out, which is okay too. No big deal. But it's going to be a good one. All right? Thanks everybody for tuning in. I will see y'all next week. Next week, when I go live, I'll send out some emails, and I will see those of you that signed up in the Bag Club. All right. Thanks again, and have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of you celebrating, and I'll see you next week. Bye. I will see y'all next week. Next week, when I go live, I'll send out some emails, and I will see those of you that signed up in the Bag Club. All right. Thanks again, and have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of you celebrating, and I'll see